Great Monday morning, you all. How are you all doing? Happy Monday. This is your girl, Shan. I know it has been 2 weeks, but your girl is back, okay? Because y'all know I take off for the holidays. I spend time with my family. Anyway, happy Monday. I hope and pray that each and every one of you all is having a marvelous day. You're having a beautiful mindset on this Monday morning as you get ready to get up and start your day, okay? Now, you know I got to do my little church announcement. You know I got to tell you about Marriage Mondays with the Kings, our radio show. And yes, we do have a radio show. Most people think that this is the radio show. No, it is not. We have a whole radio show. Hey, Alicia. But anywho, Marriage Mondays with the Kings tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on KRGN 98.5 FM, The Rock. Okay, that is based in Harker Heights, Texas. Me and my husband's topic tonight is going to be intimacy versus sex. Okay, intimacy versus sex. We have 2 questions of the week. The first one is, why do people often get sex and intimacy confused? And the second one is sex just really for married individuals? So that'll be tonight at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can go to any of our social media, scroll a little bit on our page, and you can see how to get connected via podcasts and all this other kind of stuff. Anywho, let me go ahead and get into today's topic. So today's topic is divorce. And those who are going through, please watch what you say, okay? Now, I know I've always said I don't speak on divorce because I've never been through divorce. You know, my husband usually hit that. But what I'm doing is I'm coming from a perspective of your friend, okay? And so these are some of the things that I know. I've heard people who, and those who have been divorced, you let me know, you know, y'all are the experts. I am not. But I've heard people who went through a divorce say things like, you know what, when I was going through my divorce, nobody was there for me. You know, I didn't have a support system and whatever the case may be. And so as I was thinking about this, let me start off by prefacing it with this, because you're going to have somebody that's divorced. They're going to get mad. Well, you said you ain't went through it. Why you talking about? Okay, this is what I'm going to say. All of us really need to be careful of the words that we say and the things that come out of our mouth, okay? When our heart is hurt, that's each and every individual. But as I am always thinking about those, good morning, Cousin Kim, those who are going through, this is what I want you to think about, because y'all know I always think at a deeper level, not to say that y'all don't, but this is what I want you to think about. Say you hurt and you going through. Let me get this good old country example, because it happens all the time. So say you husband and wife, y'all going through it, whatever the case may be, you end up telling your family members is hot. Like what? Because whose side are they going to automatically take? It's very rare that you have family members or family. Now, my mother-in-law's like this, baby. Whoever's wrong, you gonna get it. She don't care. You know what I'm saying? If Kenya wrong, she gonna tell him. If I'm wrong, she gonna tell me. She has always been like that for our 21 years of marriage. Hey, Heather, but see, everybody don't have that blessing in their family, because what tends to happen is you go and tell your sister, or the sister go and tell the mama, or you go and tell your aunties and them, and guess what, baby? When y'all have decided to work it out and get back together, guess who gonna be getting that side eye when y'all come back together as a family? Hey, Sister Lolo, who gonna be getting that side eye? It's gonna be your spouse. Because guess what? Family is not so easy to forgive. You know what I'm saying? They was cheering you on when you was getting married, but they're not so easy to forgive, because you don't have people that's gonna keep it real and say, "Now, Joker, you was wrong," even if you are the family member. So in saying that, I'm not saying don't talk to your family. This is what I'm saying. This is what I would ask, okay? When you are going through in your marriage, and or if you got a divorce, you know what I'm saying, and you're going through, speak to individuals who are mature enough to handle the level of what you are going through. That's what I'm going to say. Because everybody is not mature enough to handle the level of pain that you are going through. Hey, Cousin Felicia, boy, we got a family reunion on her. Our family coming through. Everybody is not able to handle that level of maturity. And then you sit up here and they feeling some kind of way because they carrying your hurt. They don't know how to take your hurt to the Lord in prayer. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure, because I know when me and my husband was really going through in our marriage, when I was young, I'd just be talking, because I wanted to make him look bad. And that's what I see a lot of people who are divorced a lot. It is a very rare baby. They trying to make their spouse look bad so people would look at their spouse crazy as they look crazy. You see what I'm saying? But everybody's not able to handle that level of maturity of hurt that you are going through. That's why I said, oh God, that's why you said in the Bible, you know what I'm saying, that life and death is in the power of the tongue. Now let me switch gears and tell you some other things I've been thinking about the past 2 weeks. The other thing is this: if you have an individual in whom you're speaking to and they are not strong in their mindset and strong in their thinking, you done just tainted marriage for them by what you went through in your marriage. You see what I'm saying? Because, well, now, shoot, so-and-so went through this. I ain't going to get married. I'm just going to stay single. And see, this is why when people say, I don't understand, what y'all been living together, y'all done had all these children, y'all act like y'all married, why don't y'all get married? I guarantee you, right hand to God, that if the person really opened up, there is somebody in their family who has went through. There is somebody who dropped a seed of doubt. See, this is what I respect. I respect if you went through a divorce, that you could talk about some of the things that you did to lead up to that divorce. You know what I'm saying? That's what I respect, because I talk to people and I'm like, okay, so well, my husband did and my wife did this, because I guarantee you there was a seed in the beginning and this just didn't happen overnight when it came to a divorce. So be careful what you speak out of your mouth. If you are going to speak, and that's why it's so important to allow yourself to heal. Now, somebody shared some interesting statement that an individual made with me about, oh, you don't need to heal. Hey, Jeanette, you don't need to heal and all that. The devil is a lie, because if you do not heal, well, what you're going through, you're going to do one of two things. You're going to bury that thing and act like it never happened, and it's still going to manifest itself in your life going forward. Or what you're going to do is you're going to spew hate. Oh no, I wouldn't get married if I was you. Why would you tell somebody that they shouldn't get married? Because you messed up in your marriage? Because your marriage didn't work out? Now, I ain't coming off on people who got divorced. What I'm saying is use wisdom with your words, okay? Because this is what I was thinking about. When we go to them good old pearly gates and God review our life, is he going to be able to look at you? Now, this is something you can ask yourself, because I had to ask myself. Will he be able to look at you and say, hey, did you speak death to people when you spoke, or did you speak life? And don't act like you didn't know, because it's in my word. It's in the Bible if you would have picked it up and read it. So what did you speak into other people? One thing that I always tell people is I say, you know what? I'm not going to say that this is your case. If you really want to know what I went through, you know, blah, blah, blah. But then I also dig deep to say what part that I played. I can't always be blaming Kenya for what we went through. Let me tell you some of the difficulties that we did go through. Some of the major difficulties that we went through is because I was that independent woman, because I was taught not to depend on a, y'all can fill in a blank for nothing. That's what I was taught growing up, and I didn't know any differences. So instead of me learning how to become one with my spouse, like Matthew 19:6 say, you're no longer two, but one flesh. I did become one with my husband because I was too busy listening, see what I'm saying, to what somebody else said. And see, here I am about to mess up my marriage. A whole good husband. You see what I'm saying? Hey, Natasha, I know who you are now, girl. I was about to mess up my marriage. A whole good, hey, brother Andre, whole good husband. You see what I'm saying? All because I was trying to be Miss Independent, and I don't need to depend on her for nothing. So words are very important in what you speak. The reason why a lot of people are not getting married, number one, the reason why they're not getting married is because of what some seed that somebody planted in them. I guarantee you. Or they seen their mama and their daddy go through. They see that's why it's so important to be the example in your home, because the kids learn from you of what marriage is supposed to look like. You can't get mad. I can't get mad. I'm acting a whole fool with my husband. And then when my boys get married, God forbid. But when they get married, then their wife is acting a whole fool with them. And then I'm sitting up here getting mad at them. Baby, I can't get mad at them. I got to get mad at myself, because that's what I taught my boys that were acceptable. You see what I'm saying? So what are you teaching with your marriage? Those who are single right now and you scared to get married, if you don't mind sharing, drop the comments. Why are you scared? Go back in your mindset and think, what are some things that were planted? Some of you all, if you be honest with yourself, all you seen was your mama and your daddy fighting. And you said, I don't want to go through that, so I'm not just going to get married. It's a reason behind it. But I urge you on a day, if you ain't heard nothing else that came out my mouth, ask yourself, I don't care what it's about. Are you speaking life into somebody else, or are you speaking death, which is fear? And that's why a lot of people are not getting married. So those who are divorced, you know what I'm saying? Okay, this is what I was taught growing up in the Baptist church. God hates divorce. But they didn't teach me what was in the New Testament. You see what I'm saying? Come on, somebody. Some of y'all grew up like church kids, just like, God hate divorce, and that's all that's beating over your head. But didn't nobody give all the scripture when it came to divorce, because there are also provisions that's made in the New Testament in which you can get divorced. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of us don't know that because, number one, we don't crack open the word of God to study to show ourselves approved, like 2 Timothy 2:15 say. And I'm not just spitting out scriptures. That which is in me is what's going to come out. And life and death is in the power of the tongue. That is very powerful. So I urge you and encourage you to start speaking life into situations. I'm telling you, you come to your girl Shan and you tell me, oh, well, my husband is doing this, and girl, boo-boo. Guess what? I don't want to hear that. I do not want to hear that. I want to hear, what did you do? Was you not being a good wife? Was you not holding your husband up? Was you not praying over him? And vice versa. Because everybody went, well, vice versa, shit, it could go both ways. I didn't say that it couldn't. Let me get it out my mouth. So, husbands, was you not taking care of your wife while you were sitting up here verbally beating her down with somebody else over here telling her how good she looking, how good she smelling, and everything like that? I'm just saying. So that's why it's important. And I encourage you, when you interact with somebody, I'm not saying lie and put on fluff like most people do, especially when it comes to their marriage. You try to make everybody think your marriage is picture perfect. No, baby, keep it real with yourself. You see what I'm saying? Keep it real. And if somebody asks you a question, in regards to your marriage and you're not able to respond maturely, just tell them that. You know what? I do want to answer that, but I'm not mature enough to have this conversation with you because I may say something negative that's going to harm you. I can respect that. You see what I'm saying? More than I can respect you sitting up here lying and everything like that. So those who are divorced, I just ask that you make sure when you are going through that, you speak with someone that is mature enough to handle what you are dealing with, okay? If they are not, you know they're going to run and tell that, it's going to be in the newspaper and all that kind of stuff like that, then don't even have no conversation with them. And this is my last and final thing I'm going to say for those who have been through a divorce. Look here. I'm going to keep it real with you. This your sis talking. Now, I'm talking as a friend, you know, because like I said, I ain't been through a divorce. This your sis talking. Look here, don't get mad because you feel that nobody's there for you to support you through your divorce when you ain't even telling nobody you getting a divorce. You see what I'm saying? I have had a person that I thought was my heart. You know what I'm saying? When I say this was my homegirl, my ace, boom, coon, whatever the case may be. Look, I was going through my own stuff in my marriage. You know what I'm saying? At the same time as this individual. But the person stopped being friends with me because it was told to me, oh, when I was going through, you picked my husband over me. What? Baby, I didn't even know you was going through all like that. What you mean I picked your husband over you? What are you talking about? And that's how the friendship ended, okay? Because me and my husband picked her husband. Look here, this is what I'm going to tell you. When you go through a divorce and the judge is sitting up here dividing your property and all these other kind of things like that, your friends don't get divided in that property. Come on, somebody. Hey, Miss Dillion, I'm going to tell you the truth. Your friends don't get divided in that property. So if you have friends that was riding for the both of y'all, just like it's painful for y'all to get a divorce, it's painful for us as friends to see y'all go through it. You see what I'm saying? It's because in our minds, it's like, oh, I remember it was this person and this person. And now here you are coming around. You done got a divorce. We supposed to be friends. I don't even know that you got a divorce and stuff like that. And then you bring in a new person and you expect us to like the new person when all we knew was you and the old person. You see, how many of y'all have been through this? I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one. So don't get mad at your friends because you feel that they're not supporting you if you're not sharing with them, only if they mature enough, of what you go through. And then you set up here and you end the whole friendship. Now, this is what I want to ask people that's been divorced when it comes to this friend thing. Drop some knowledge because your girl don't know. So why is it that you did when you get divorced from your spouse, the people that you used to kick it with, that was your friends, your ace boom coons and everything like that. That's what you said back in the day. Why is it that you just throw away all your friends and you just start over with a whole different set? Why is that? Why do y'all do that in a divorce? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because this is my thing. Regardless of who I'm with or regardless of who you with, if I call you a friend, because I don't call everybody a friend, I got associates. If I call you a friend, that means you on the inner circle. You see what I'm saying? And if I do that, that means whatever I'm riding through, I would want you to ride through with me, and I would do the same thing for you. But why do divorced people get a divorce and the mutual friends that you and your spouse used to have, you just throw away all the friends and then you just start over? And why? Because guess what? That hurt us as friends. When we done roll with you, we done been there, you know some of our innermost secrets, we know some of your innermost secrets, and then you sit up here and you just throw the baby out with the bath water? Like, why? Look, some of y'all probably say, I know, Shan, that's a good question. Well, I'm high-fiving you because that's just questions that I want to know. But the whole gist of this video is just for all of us to be mindful of what we say to other people. If we can't say out of our mouth when they're going through, hey, I'm going to pray for you, and you keep that between you and the individual, not you and the Leaf Chronicle and all this other kind of stuff. Now, I had to learn this because I wasn't always here, baby, because the thug Shan back in the day, if you was my friend and you was ready to fight, I was ready to fight too. But thank God for deliverance, for saving me. You see what I'm saying? Because now I don't allow other people's problems to become my problem. I cast your problems onto the Lord, for he cares for you. If you feel like you can't cast them, I'm casting them. But you know, I no longer allow other people's problems to become my problems. That doesn't mean that I don't support you as a friend. So I would encourage y'all to do that as well. If you are a friend to somebody that's going through and they bring to, hey, don't allow it hurts. It does hurt. I'm not going to act like it don't. But I would just encourage you to allow their problem to be their problem, but you cover them in prayer. That's where maturity come in. Because that's what God, I can't deal with this tomfoolery. Because guess what? Especially if you're a person that is, you get spiritually heavy, such as me. Sometimes when I have conversations with people, it's so heavy on me spiritually, I feel like I'm just going, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say it. Somebody might be eating breakfast and watching me this morning. But I feel like I'm gonna get sick to the stomach. I'll say it like that. So please be mindful of the words that you speak. If we call ourselves followers of God, followers of Christ, we are supposed to be lifting others up as well as they lift us up. So ask yourself, do you do that? You know what I'm saying? If you're divorced, please say, if you're going to talk about what you went through, don't talk about your spouse to me, your ex-spouse to me, and oh, this is what they did. I need you to talk to me about what you did, because that'll help me learn and grow in my marriage. So hopefully and prayerfully, I won't go down the same road that you went through, because I'm gonna remember. I remember when so-and-so told me this is how she was acting with her husband, or what, you know, so-and-so told my husband this how he was acting with his wife. Because see, that's what the old heads used to do. The older folks back in the day, I call them old heads. That's what I used to hear. Baby, because they'll come here. The older women, how the New Testament say that the older women should teach the younger. That's what they used to do back in the day. Come here, baby, you messing up. But see, now we think we know everything because we got access to Google and YouTube, and they can't nobody tell us anything. Come on now. Good morning, Kendra. Can't nobody tell us anything, and that's where we mess up. Iron sharpens iron. That's word. That's scripture. So are you sharpening someone else with your word, speaking life? And are you allowing them to sharpen you? Because I know my good girlfriends, my inner circle, some of the things that we spoke about that they done been through in their marriage and I done been through, baby, I remember, Shan, you tripping. Because guess what? I don't have to go down the road and find out myself that the bridge is out, honey. You tell me, I ain't going, okay? Especially if I trust you. So I hope you all have, you know what I'm saying, a blessed week. Keep in mind, me and Mr. King on our radio show tonight is going to be speaking on intimacy versus sex. This is for singles. This is for married. This is for y'all who y'all just slept with somebody and woke up this morning and you feel empty. Yes, honey, 2020, we bringing it. Ain't nobody playing. And we're making a special announcement tonight because we're here, y'all. So we're making some changes. I'm trying out some new equipment right now. Marriage Mondays with the Kings is going to be making some changes, as well as KRGN, and in the effort to reach people on a deeper level, okay? So join us tonight, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on KRGN, 98.5 FM, The Rock. You can go to our podcast on Buzzsprout. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Google Play Podcasts. KRGN, you can listen live, mykrgn.com. So it's so many avenues. Let us know what you think, because baby, we taking it deep with the Lord. You hear me? So y'all have a blessed week. Don't let anybody steal your joy. Be a blessing to somebody this week and not a curse. Share this because it's free. And your girl Shannon be back with you next Monday. Well, whatever it is that God placed in my heart. So God bless you and blessings to you.